Welcome to Creative Verse, your home of innovation, creation, and inspiration. In this class, we're going to be learning how to model a car in Maya. So let's dive straight into it. The reference images you will need is in the description or comment section below, or you could email me at creativeverse@gmail.com and I will email you the reference images. So let's dive straight into it. Alright, so you go to File, open a new scene, and you have something like this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to bring in our reference images. Okay, so spacebar. I'm going to begin with my front view. So I'll hit my front view, hit there, go to image plane. I'll look for where I stored it. I think I kept mine somewhere here. References, start my front viewport. That's there. Go to my top and do the same thing. View. I'll go to image plane, import image, same thing. That should be reference again. This is the top. So in case you're confused, the front view, you bring in the front image, the top view, you bring in the top image. So side view, most of the times in Maya, side refers to right. So just in case maybe I hold my shift and I'm looking for my side view, I'm going to my right there. So side view, go to my image plane. That should be my side view there. So for the back view, we're going to do something about this, but to be on the safer side, let's do something basically here, okay, before we bring in our back view. All right. Okay, so what I will do is to arrange this and make sure they're in the rightful position. So click, go into the front viewport. As you can see, this is a car. Look at the base there, more like the floor, and there's a grid, this thick line. Okay, let me check. Alt B to use different views. Let's use this for now. So I want this to be there, so I'll hit my W and move this upward like so. Now I'm wanting this base, which is the floor of the car, to be on this grid. So move this to meet up there, zoom in if I can, and I think that is okay for me. Another thing I would love to do is to be sure that this is at the middle of the car. I will just leave things the way they are and move on. I'll do that too to my side view. Make sure this tallies with this too. So just have to go up. I'll zoom in a bit and make sure it's there like so. I think that is that there. So we have this. Second thing we're going to do is this. We might just leave things the way they are. Okay, I don't need to touch much, so let's move on. Okay, so next thing I would do is to move this backwards a bit. Move it backwards. So I will use this as my guide. Maybe I should use this instead. Move this to snap to this point, to the S trim there. Okay, so obviously it's at the S trim there. Then this, I'm going to use this as my guide too and move it. Okay, I think I've got to be careful. Probably I should okay. Let me just do it from this viewport and let's hit it there. Okay, so this is how I like working. So we have this right now. Okay, so let's say if I decide to draw something, it should align well to the side view, the front view, and the top view, basically. Okay, so what I'll do at this point is to save this file. Save as. Okay, I will save it on my desktop. Reference. I'll call this record car. Maybe add one. Save as. Okay, so let's move on to the next stage. So the next thing I will do is to bring in if you look at this reference images, looking at this and this, they are not well aligned. Look at this here. If you observe, they're well aligned. Very important check. So this is well aligned. So those two are not well aligned. I expect the beginning point of this car to intersect with this. All I would just do is to click this and move it like so. Probably I'll make sure they begin from the same point. So a way of getting this right is clicking this and coming to this viewport, maybe, and I'll make sure this is highlighted. Make sure it's now this particular the top viewport, right? That's what I'm seeing here. Look at the green line, it goes off a bit. Okay, so I'm going to move it like so. Let's see, you can zoom in to be sure. Setting. So just to be on the safer side, you should make sure you get this right from the beginning. Okay, I think I'm good. So if I go to my perspective view, I'm going to be having something like this. So this runs through, right? So this too runs through. So if you're good with this arrangement, then we can go to the next thing. Okay, so if you have ensured that and you're good to go, so all we need to do is to create, let's say, a layer. So I'll highlight all of them and click this and call it all reference and save that. Okay, I'm not supposed to put any space. Click save and I'm good to go. So with this now I can just use a form whereby I don't need to, when I click, it does not select. Okay, alright, so to bring this to perspective, when it's empty, it means it's in normal mode. Okay, we can select something and move it. Let me undo that, Ctrl Z. Okay, when we are using T, it's templated. Okay, it's template as you saw earlier. That means object display in wireframe mode. Take for instance, if I draw as a polygon and something like this, for example, and I add it to this layer, add selected for instance, and I template it, it shows in wireframe mode. Okay, so that's that. Then when it's referenced, which is what I'm going to be using for this, it means object display in the current shaded or wireframe mode like normal mode, but object cannot be selected, and I don't want to be selecting these reference images by mistake or moving them, because I've done a lot to make sure they are well aligned, so they're going to be referenced. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to bring in my back view and see what I can pull from this. So I'll click this, I'll still go, okay, I'll just go to my back view, right? View, you can see it's back now. View, image plane, okay, go to desktop, Maya reference, bring in my back view there. So I'll do the same thing I did earlier, but in this case I gotta be careful. I'll push this. Okay, before I move on, I will just take this into perspective. The back view can be a bit dicey. Okay, I might have to do some things here. Let's see if putting 0 here would solve the case. Okay, it did. Okay, let's see what we have now. Okay, we have this, which makes sense. So back to this view, the back view, I'm going to move this upward like we did before. Move this upward. I don't know why majority of the times when I bring in objects through the back, it goes that far. Okay, I think I'll love this to be at 0. Okay. So I want this to be in the right spot. So look at the thick line, which is this. I'll move it upwards a bit. Okay, I think. Alright, that should do. That should do, of course. So with this back view, I could just move this upward. Delete everything we have in here. So let's see. Okay, you can just move this somewhere there. or what I could do is bring this close enough, and I want to be sure that it's well lined up, so I would bring this close enough and let's see what happens. Okay, I think it's good to go. So the back view, okay, will be added to a second place. I think this was let's make this back, let's make this perspective as it was before. Okay, so I think with this now I'm going to add the back view to this as selected. Okay, so I can select it. So all I'm going to do is I'll click this and go to my image plane and hide it. So the thing now is, when I'm going to be designing the back of the car, I will then unhide it and continue with my modeling. So with this, I think I'm good, and my reference image has been set up. Okay, so this is the first thing you're meant to do in setting up your reference images. So in the next video, we're going to begin to apply, the splines. We're going to be using our EP curves, EP curves, Bezier curves to draw and get a cage that we can convert to polygons later on in this course. All right. Okay. Thank you. See you in the next video.